Well, thank you for joining us for Weather Impact Now. I'm Pepper Baker in for CJ Cartledge. And as you can see, it's a hot day here in the Mid-South, especially in Memphis on this Monday evening. Here's a live look from our Midtown camera. Let's go ahead and toss it on over to meteorologist Daniel McDonald for a first look at your forecast.
Good evening. I'm ABC24 meteorologist Daniel McDonald here with your forecast for tonight, which after a very hot day is going to involve those temperatures a bit warmer, mid to upper 70s, and maybe even a few spots that do stay at around 80 degrees, even with clear skies. That is something that will be in the forecast at least ahead here for the next couple of days, as we are very confident those skies are looking to stay clear in the midst of this heat and humidity, as rain chances only at about 20% as we head forward for the next several days. It looks like Wednesday and Saturday, our best shots for seeing any precipitation, and that would likely only involve just a few very isolated showers, with most of the region staying dry. We've been very dry so far in August, and that is something that is going to continue regardless of how high those temperatures do reach for these next several days. But as you can see, it is going to be a slow climb here before we do reach the peak by not just the end of this week, rather into this weekend. I believe Saturday at 98 should be the hottest day of this stretch here for the Mid-South. All the while, slowly building up that heat and humidity. We may see many more heat advisories or even possibly watches or warnings like what was issued today.
A deadly 7.4 earthquake hit Colombia today, killing at least 111 people. Right now, search crews are digging through collapsed buildings to save any survivors. ABC's Olivia Rubin has the latest.
Today, new video showing the horrifying moment a 7.4 magnitude earthquake rocked parts of Colombia. Urgent rescues underway. The quake hitting early this morning, about 250 miles west of Bogota, in the community of San Jose del Palmar, leaving unbelievable damage in its wake. In Pereira, almost an entire building collapsing. And inside this man's home, complete destruction. The walls torn onto the floor. Parts of a hospital clinic collapsing too. And the towers of this cathedral, the largest in Colombia, knocked right over. Urgent rescue operations underway in cities like Cali, one of the hardest hit areas. Over 20 buildings collapsed there, people trapped under the rubble. Back in Pereira, rescue teams digging through that rubble for survivors, as many brace for possible aftershocks.
When you have structures that are as badly damaged as some of them seem to be, aftershocks are obviously going to be a concern. They could be big enough to cause damage, and especially if you have weakened structures.
And tremors from this earthquake felt as far away as Venezuela, still recovering from its own massive earthquake just 6 weeks ago that left more than 5,000 people dead. Olivia Rubin, ABC News, Washington.
There are nearly 100 large wildfires burning across the West, including in Western Canada, forcing people from their homes. In the U.S., extreme heat and strong winds have helped fires burn more than 3 million acres. And in Canada, at least one person is dead and more than 20,000 people had to find other shelter. Here's ABC's Melissa Dawn.
Wildfires across the western U.S. burning more than 3 million acres, and another in Western Canada exploding over the weekend. Authorities say an 80-year-old woman in British Columbia died as she was trying to evacuate her home on Friday. The Bald Range fire in British Columbia forcing more than 20,000 people, many with their animals, to evacuate their homes.
That is coming all the way down the mountain right now. Will my farm survive this?
Nearly 50 wildfires are burning in Oregon and Washington. Near Reno, the bug fire scorching more than 15,000 acres along the Nevada-California state line. And in Southern California, authorities are investigating a possible car crash as the cause of the walnut fire in Burbank. Forecasters say hot, dry, and windy conditions are fueling the spread of these fires and could even help start new ones.
There have been cities like Las Vegas now on day 12 in an extreme heat warning. 12 days in a row where you are well above average. This is not just summer in the desert, but we're talking like heat that is so severe. That's going to finally start to ease up.
Officials in British Columbia have declared a province-wide state of emergency amid the more than 100 wildfires there alone, alongside dry and windy conditions. Melissa Adon, ABC News, Los Angeles.
All right, you're taking a live look again at downtown Memphis from our Midtown camera. It's a hot Monday evening to start our work week. Be sure to keep yourself safe out there. We're going to have more weather impact now after the break.